Vinegar's a very dangerous thing, especially when you mix it with alcohol.
I didn't rape her.
You see a girl on the dance floor, pretty girl. So you go over, you ask her to dance.
I said I didn't do it.
You flirt, she flirts. She feels really nice in your arms. You lay your best line on her. Now you're sure you're going to be taking this girl somewhere and having sex with her, only when you get to that somewhere, she changes her mind. She says no. No to a big stud like you. Now that's got to make you a little mad, huh? Maybe more than a little mad? Maybe mad enough to take from my sister what she didn't want to give you? Maybe mad enough to rape her?
No, answer the question. Got any questions for my client that goes...
Your client has already waived his right to attorney. Stay out of this.
He changed his mind, didn't you, Boyle?
Look, I already told him I didn't rape Kit Fisher.
Kit Fisher? Her name is Christine Montgomery, damn it. Christine Montgomery.
Enough! Derek, can I ask you a question for a second?
Sure.
What do you got on my client besides this waiver? Any physical evidence?
So far, all we got to go on is the victim's ID.
You don't got enough to hold him.
How can they possibly hold me? I didn't do anything wrong. How many times do I have to say that?
Enough.
Look, I'm sorry she got hurt. I really am. I didn't do it.
Stop it
I'm
now.
tired of being Mr. Nice Guy. I came down, I answered your questions, now I'm through being dumped on. I'm out of here.
You're not going anywhere. Leave when I say you can leave.
Come on, Jack. Either you're gonna arrest him for rape or you're gonna let him go. Which is it gonna be?
Holidays, we mean it.
No, I did not, of all people, think of this sooner. You say you didn't rape my sister? All right, I'll give you a very easy way to prove it. You give us just a little sample of your blood. It won't hurt very much. You can walk out that door right now.
But, Jack, look, he's answered your questions. You're not getting any of his blood without a court order.
You think for a minute I couldn't get that court order?
I think it would be a stretch, yeah?
I don't know, Trevor. Judge Harriet Gorney, she's a veritable contortionist when it comes to rape cases. You know that. I just told you that myself.
You know Harriet. She's probably had a couple of double vodkas. She's sawing logs right now. You call her now, she's gonna want your blood.
I taught you that too, didn't I?
My client will be here when and if you need him. And his blood's gonna be right where it is now.
Point. You're lucky you have such a good lawyer. All right, kid, you can go. But don't go far. And don't go near my sister.
Look, I know every molecule in your body is ready to blow, but you gotta control yourself. Don't show them anything. You got me?
What did I say? It's the truth. Ryan came from a terrible home.
Jillian, just be quiet.
I want you to find everything you can on this kid, and when you're done, I want you to go find some more.
Listen, I want you to do everything Uncle Trevor says, okay? I know that you being accused of rape is whacked, but he will do everything to make this stop before it goes any further.
All right. I want to thank you for being here. You know how much that means to me.
And thank you for taking the case.
No, I'm glad you called me on this. I think I can get rid of it quick. I can almost promise.
Well, what do you know about that? He hardly ever almost promises.
Where are you staying tonight? Not at Wildwood?
No, don't you worry about that. I'm not going back there. Staying with a friend at WRCW.
Good. Go there straight. Don't talk to anybody. Just keep you cool till this thing blows over. Got me?
Yeah. Yeah, I want to thank you for your help, too, Mr. Dillon. I want you to know I didn't do this.
Yeah, go on. Get some rest.
Okay.
Delicious.
Cold and frosty outside.
And warm and toasty in here.
Hey, did you remember to file Mateo's papers at the courthouse?
Yeah, all filed, all legal, all done. More toasty, please.
Oh.
What was that?
Manny Ferguson,
Oh, what?
our new paper boy. Hasn't really got that tossed down just right yet.
Did you tell him to aim at the porch?
Well, I attempted, and so does he, but I think he took out my flower pots this time.
Well, we're lucky we're getting the paper. The last one forgot our house he was even here.
Oh, look at you. Why, you little eager beaver. You saved me a trip to the bushes. Thank you. You know, I've got a few leftovers on my breakfast plate you might enjoy.
Get him away from here.
You...
Get him away. Make him go away.
Amanda, calm down.
I think he's kind of cute in a squirrely kind of way there, honey.
Get him gone forever.
Okay,
Yeah,
you take care of the dog, and I'll talk to our little girl.
You savage beast. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come on, play with me, yes.
You all right, baby?
Why is that dog hanging around here?
Huh? She's probably hungry. Looking for a little kindness, maybe a cuddle.
Well, not here.
Why are you being so hard on the dog?
Because he's a pest.
Well, maybe he's just lost. If you were lost, you'd want someone to help you.
That's different. He might have something wrong with him.
Then he needs our help even more. He looks okay to me.
Well, he doesn't have a collar. And that probably means somebody doesn't want him. And there must be a reason.
Or maybe he lost his collar. All I know is he has very good manners.
How do you know?
He brought me the newspaper in his mouth.
And you took it from him? You told me to stay away from stray dogs.
That's true. That's usually a good idea. But this little fellow is just looking for some food and a warm place to sleep.
Well, he should go someplace else.
Why are you upset about him?
Because he's ugly. And it hurts my eyes to even look at him. He's not cute like Harold. He's not at all like Harold. Make him go away, okay, Mommy?
Oh, sweetie. It's gonna be all right.
I love you.
There you go. That dog we saw outside before, he was kind of cute.
No way.
Listen, I realize that he's not Harold.
And he's nowhere even close to being him.
I agree. I mean, no one could ever replace Harold.
Never.
But other dogs could be nice.
So what if they are?
Well, don't you think Harold would want us to be friendly to them, the other dogs?
Harold's in heaven. You don't know how he's feeling.
Yeah, but he's watching us. Hoping that we'll treat the other dogs we meet as friends.
He's too busy to be watching us.
Okay, what's he busy doing?
Escort duty. For the kids.
Really? What kids?
The kids that go to heaven. You know, since we aren't supposed to go with strangers, God sends the dogs to go escort them through the pearly gates.
I see. Because the kids can trust them.
That's why Hal doesn't have time to watch every little thing we do down here.
Okay, but still, I think Harold would want us to like other animals. Don't you?
No, I don't. No one could ever make me like another dog. Not now, not ever.
I think that beast out there is kind of a beauty on the inside.
Not according to our little girl.
Oh. Well, I guess it's late from shelter then.
The place where they don't destroy the animals, right?
Yeah, no gas, no shots. They just hook them up with new owners.
Well, it sounds like my kind of place.
Well, when you start barking, that's where I'll send you. But I think that dog out there has got a sixth sense, I'm telling you. As soon as I thought of the shelter, he skedaddled. I'm thinking if he ever comes back, we take him in. What do you think?
No, I think that Amanda would freak. I mean, as far as she's concerned, this is Harold's house, and it always will be.
No other pets need apply, huh?
That's right. She's gonna protect Harold's memory come hell or high water.
You gotta admire her loyalty.
But she can enjoy playing with other dogs. I just wish I could find a way to make her see that.
You can find a way anywhere. Found a way into my heart, didn't you?
Is that the guy that raped you?
Rape! It's not rape when you're begging for
Oh, shut up, Jillian. Please, sweetheart. Is Ryan Lavery the man who attacked you in that parking lot?
What, does that dog jump up and ring the bell? Hey, come on in. What is it, Ryan?
I want to take that blood test right now.
You mean regarding that Kid Fisher woman?
That witch is lying, and I'm going to prove it.
What blood test?
The blood test that's going to prove I did not rape Kid Fisher. I'd like to go to the hospital right now.
No way.
What? You don't believe me either? You don't actually think I could hold a woman down and force myself?
Wait a minute. He didn't say that.
Well, he didn't say anything. It's not because you think I'm guilty, is it?
Sit down.
Please answer the question.
I can't answer the question because I'm your lawyer.
You're supposed to be my lawyer. What?
Calm down. Sit down. I can't talk to you like a friend because we're not friends. I'm your lawyer.
Is my lawyer supposed to believe me?
Look, this is very complicated. Lawyers aren't like regular human beings. If we take this into court, which I hope we don't, because whether you're innocent or not, it's going to hurt everybody involved. The less I know, the better.
That doesn't make any sense.
If these charges stick, I got to stand in front of a jury and defend your innocence. I have to believe that you're innocent.
Whether I am or not.
If you're guilty, I don't want to know about it.
I am not guilty.
Good, then we don't have a problem.
So let me take the blood test.
I can't do that. You just told me you're innocent.
I am innocent.
Look, the prosecution has to do that work. If they want something from us, they have to make us give it to them.
I don't understand why I can't do everything I possibly can to prove I am not that guy.
That's the way the system works. We play the game that way, or I don't represent you. You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
You think I'm making a mistake taking Lavery on as a client?
I think you're both going to be okay.
You think he's on the level?
I do. It looked to me like he was telling the truth.
You think he's innocent?
I really do.
I hope you're right.
Hey, Uncle Trev.
Hey, where's Mateo?
Well, he's setting up the good life for Kel and Max.
The hell's that supposed to mean?
You know, getting them in a decent place to live, getting Max enrolled in a good school, Our Lady of Perpetual
I hope he knows
something.
he's got a hearing today. This is important.
Nothing is more important to Mateo than his son.
Well, Pop, you better be here pronto.
It doesn't start for a half an hour.
Yeah, well, there's a couple of 3 things I gotta go over with you before we start.
Well, run it by me, and I'll...
No, I gotta wait until you're both here. I don't want to chew my cabbage twice.
Fine, whatever.
How are you?
I just took an AA meeting.
Guy upstairs giving you any serenity?
I've indulged in my share of 80-proof fantasies, Uncle Trev. But as long as I don't become one with the vodka bottle, I'd say I'm A-okay.
I hear you. Look, you've been taking it on the chin lately. Well, with Mateo's child bride showing up in town with a kid he didn't even know he had.
Guess unreality takes on a whole new meaning.
Yeah, and then you find out you can't have kids. I know how much you and Mateo want to have kids. I must have ripped your heart out.
And when Mateo and I found out that we couldn't have children, it was a major blow, but, you know, I look at it like this: the love that we have for each other will fill the empty space. You know, it has to.
It will, Tink. It will. You just gotta hang tough. Still on tough. Look, I gotta go file a motion for another client. When Mateo gets here, you sit on him. I want him here when I get back. It's only gonna take a couple of seconds, okay? You okay?
No, I'm fine. I let her push my buttons, and I'm sorry. It was stupid. Stupid. I won't let it happen again.
No, you won't. I want you developing a thirst if you catch my drift.
Hey. Sorry I'm late.
Yeah, me too.
No, I got stuck at the realtor's office. I think I found a great house for Raquel and Max. Can I go tell her about it?
No, you can't. We've had a little change of game plans given Miss Dion's hijinks. We got a new strategy here.
Take your seats, everyone. Quickly. We don't have much time.
Honestly, Grandmama, why you...
Well, what is this about Raquel?
Mr. Dillon, the court is waiting.
I'll explain later. Go with me on this. Your Honor, I apologize for the delay. My client, Mateo Santos, is requesting a divorce from Raquel Dion Santos. And until that petition is resolved, given the court's docket, it could take months, I've requested this hearing to determine the temporary custody of the Santoses' minor child.
I've just had time to scan your motion. I assume, pending final divorce decree, your client seeks shared temporary custody of the child, Mateo Santos Jr.?
No. No, my client demands sole custody of his son, effective immediately.
No, Your Honor, you cannot let them take my child from me.
Restrain your client, or I'll have an officer remove her.
Sorry, Your Honor. Raquel, please. Please.
Mr. Dillon, your client is now seeking sole custody of the child? Surely that is some kind of ploy.
No, you heard me right the first time. We're demanding temporary sole custody.
What the hell are you doing? It's not what we talked
Mateo,
about.
stop.
It's not
Calm
what we
down.
talked
Let him
about.
explain.
Explain what?
Down.
People, I will have order in this court, or I will halt this proceeding right here and now.
Sorry, Your Honor.
You, staple your client to her chair if necessary. And in case you've forgotten, Mr. Dillon, it is customary to let your client know what you're doing. After all, it's his case.
How preposterous is this? Mr. Dillon is insulting my client and the court, and his own client's intelligence.
I'm not insulting anybody, Your Honor. I had a change in strategy. I didn't have time to work it out with my client.
You called this hearing, counselor, not me. I expect you and your client both to be prepared.
Well, 10 minutes is all I ask, Your Honor.
10 minutes is all you'll get. I intend to get through this tonight, and I aim to be home in time for dinner.
You'll be there, Your Honor, I promise you. Thank you.
one good reason why I shouldn't fire you right now.
You cannot let this happen. You cannot let them take my son from me. Keep cool. You're Max's mother. The only parent he's ever known. Whatever Dylan's up to, no way is the judge going to take your son away from you.
I never asked for full custody. We swore we weren't going to try to take Max away from Raquel, and you pull this?
It's a strategy. I was trying to explain it to you and Haley.
Don't
the judge walked in.
Will you calm down and let him explain? You can explain this, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to kill two birds with one stone here. Right now, I got a temporary custody hearing. I got to lay groundwork for the ultimate divorce and custody hearing then.
Okay, but I never wanted to take Max away from his mother. She's done a great job raising him. And I'm not going to let either of them get hurt because of your groundwork, your strategy, or whatever you want to call it.
It's not going to happen, Mateo. No judge in his right mind is going to take the kid away from the mother. But we're negotiating here. We're bargaining. I got to go in high, so I end up with more than crumbs. If I ask for visitation, you're going to see the kid 5 minutes a day. It's a dance. That's all it is. You got me?
It's not a dance. It's my son's life we're talking about.
And I want you in your son's life. This divorce thing is a real mess. It could go on for months. But right now, we got to do everything in our power to make sure she doesn't blow town with your kid.
Come on. She wouldn't do that.
She's already tried.
Are you sure that they can't take him away from me? Is there anything you aren't telling me, Raquel? I have to know everything. Any skeletons in your closet. Anything Dylan can use to fight for custody. No, nothing. Excuse me. Where are you going? Recess is almost over. I'm just gonna go to the ladies' room. No. What's really going on? Look, I just need a few minutes head start, okay? Just tell them I went to the restroom. And by the time they figure out that I'm gone, Max and I will be long gone from here. Just help me out here, okay? Pay close attention now, Raquel. If you flee with your son, they're going to arrest you for kidnapping. And you're going to find yourself without an attorney. But I can't just let them take him from me. They won't. Don't do anything foolish. It's going to be okay.
I found her last night with her bags packed, headed towards her car. If I'd been there 15 minutes later, we would have had our own episode on USA's Most Wanted.
Uncle Trevor had some pals on the force watch her motel room all night.
Was she lost her mind?
Well, I'm sure, I don't blame her, but that doesn't mean she wouldn't make Max disappear.
We got to clamp down, keep her from bolting.
I need to talk to you.
My client has nothing to say to you.
Trevor said you tried to skip town with Max?
I did.
You just gonna bring him into my life, then rip him out?
Mateo, I was afraid.
I've been straight with you. I've been honest with you, even when it cost me, and I expect the same in return.
And I've always trusted you.
You still,
but look where it's gotten
You still
me.
can trust me. Now I don't think I can trust you.
Mateo, can we please just go somewhere and talk?
No.
Like, absolutely not.
Listen, you take your lawyer's advice, all right, and I'll take mine. It's up to the judge from here on out. Do what you gotta do.
You got it.
Mr. Dillon, is your client up to date?
He sure is, Your Honor. All aboard.
So your petition for sole custody stands?
Yes, sir.
On what grounds would you have me remove the child from its mother?
Child's mother is a flight risk, Your Honor. Last night, I found her with her bags packed, ready to roll.
Mrs. Santos, is this true?
Your Honor, my client was not under house arrest. She was free to go for a drive or to go shopping.
Shopping with her bags packed, luggage, Your Honor? That's a new one on me.
Quiet, counselors. Answer the question, young lady. Were you attempting to flee with your child?
Yes.
Anything you'd like to add, Mr. Dillon?
Yes, Your Honor. Mrs. Santos lives with her son at a rundown motel on the edge of town. You're familiar with the Pinecone Motel, Your Honor?
Not familiar, but I know of it.
Yeah. Well, my client, Mateo Santos, has offered to relocate Max and his mother for the benefit of the child. He's also offered generous financial support, enough that Mrs. Santos could attend school. Now, all of these generous offerings have been flatly refused.
Your client offered bribes. Mrs. Santos received nothing in writing.
Whoa, 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 I got a felt tip right here. We could write it up. Would that make you happy?
Your Honor, certainly you can see how my client would feel railroaded by these people. She came to Mr. Santos and told him about their child. She did so freely, with the expectation that the news would be well received. She certainly didn't expect to be pounced on by Mr. Santos and his lawyer like the predators that they are.
Your Honor, that's a cheap shot.
Counselors, no more insults, please. Mrs. Santos, I'd like to hear from you. You may approach.
Yes.
Is it true Mr. Santos offered you financial support?
Yes. Look, I've struggled, and he was very generous. But that's not the reason that I came here. That's not the reason that I wanted him to meet Max.
If it's been so hard, why didn't you accept his support?
Well, because it was like they were trying to buy me off. See, I figured if they put me through school, then they would feel like they were justified in taking my son from me.
So you decided to flee?
Your Honor, I was scared. I don't want to lose my little boy.
I understand. But you don't deny the fact that Mateo Santos is the boy's father, do you?
No. I've never been with anyone but Mateo.
Then that doesn't change the fact that you're attempting to flee now. Amounts to kidnapping.
No, Your Honor, please. Look, I am the only parent that he knows. I'm his mommy. Mateo, I don't think that you want to steal him. I really don't. And I know that you're having problems with the thing that's going on with Haley, but that doesn't mean that...
Your Honor, I object.
No, I'd like you to explain what you mean, Mrs. Santos.
Haley can't have her own children. And look, I really understand it. I know that it's hard for you, but that doesn't mean that she should be able to have my baby. That doesn't mean that she can take him away from me just because she can't have her own. Please do not let them have my baby. Don't let them take my baby from me.